What's up, everyone? Wow, we're gonna have fun today. So, we're gonna learn a song that is really it's the most to me it's the most melodic, if not the most complex Chicago song. Although they have a lot of complex songs, but this is it's very difficult to play on guitar because this is really a keyboard song. So you'll have to bear with me because I'm going to play a lot of voicings on guitar that are difficult. Whereas why I have my guitar hiked up like this because the opening chord is this E minor add nine. But a couple announcements here. Some of you saw that I interviewed David Gilmour, and that was last week on Monday in New York. And I think it was on Monday. Oh my God, it seems like forever. So it's that I'm almost done with the edit. It'll be out in a couple days. I just gotta go over it and stuff. And it was amazing to hang with David. What a great dude. What a great guy. If you haven't seen my little short I did of him, where he's playing. Um, the chord from you know that chord, the G minor. What do we call it? I call it G Dorian chord from Shine On, but I call it. He called it arpeggio, but it's definitely a G Dorian chord because it's not really a chord built in thirds. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful chord. Anyhow, so the stuff I'm going to talk about is in my courses. I have a sale here. This is my Black Friday sale right here. I don't know if you can see it. It's got 12 days left. It's like 12 days of Christmas, except it's 12 days of Black Friday. I've got all 5 of my courses. The Beato bundle, including the arpeggio course, for $99. That's $536 off. I'm gonna. I haven't put it this cheap yet, and this is the last time I'm gonna do that. Which has my ear training course, my Beato Book Interactive, beginner guitar course, my Quick Lessons Pro, which is like intermediate, and the Arpeggio Masterclass. All of which are in this for $99. This is a great deal. Helps you become a better musician, and it also enables me to keep doing these interviews and traveling, and it was really this David Gilmour thing was really, really special. Okay, now I want to tell you something about listening and about if music theory, because this song, I'm going to explain something. So I've known this song since 1974, but I've never known it until 5 minutes before I got on when I wrote the chart for it. And I never thought about what the chords were or anything. I just listened to it, enjoyed it as a song. And when people ask me, Rick, do you analyze everything? How do you get enjoyment out of music? I actually don't analyze things ever unless I want to teach them or I want to understand them. Now, I knew from listening to it that the chords were they were keyboard oriented because it's based off a keyboard. Although the solo to this song I included in my top 20 greatest guitar solos of all time. The solo at the end, which is Terry Kath, which to me is amazing. It's a Chicago song. The version I'm playing is actually off of Chicago 9. Chicago 9 was a greatest hits record that came out, and if you look at my thumbnail, it's the album cover. It's a greatest hits record that came out in 1975, and where they're painting a Chicago logo on a building. They're all hanging off this scaffold, and I listened to this record a million times. I listened to this This is like the first song that I got chills from listening to as a kid. I was 12 years old when this came out. I was 12 years old, and I just figured out now, 50 years later, when I'm 62 years old. Okay, so how's that for an intro? So all this stuff that you can learn if you get my courses, you use my ear training course and all that stuff, you only need to use it when you need to use it, right? If you want to actually learn something, then you can do it. But one of the reasons I didn't learn this right off the bat is because it is a keyboard song, but it can be played on the guitar, as I will show you. So check it out. But it starts out with a very keyboard-oriented piano part. It's I've Been Searching, it's called. Okay, wait. Carrie 1002S, is it one course and how long? No, I have 5 courses that are hours. Like my Quick Lessons Pro is 5 hours long. I mean, these things are incredibly long, my courses. So it's 5 courses for $99. It's a ridiculous deal, if I do say so myself. So there you go. Okay, so check it out. This first chord. Okay, let me just talk about this, because this is actually a common keyboard voicing that's not very... that is as close of an approximation as I can get, because it has the notes E, F sharp, G right next to each other, which you can't really do on the guitar, but this is close of a... That's it there. Listen. Okay. Okay, I want to just talk about the intro here. So I have the song written out here. I decided to write it out right off the bat. I'm going to hold it up here if you want to screenshot it after. Let me get it nice and still. Get my fingers out of the way so you can screenshot it. Okay, so if I'm going to count it with you so you guys can actually see, because there's some there's a couple odd bars, 2 4 bars in it. Okay, so it switches meter a couple times. 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 2 4 2 1 2 3 4 1 2 1 2 3 4 1 2 3. We're in 4/4 now. A minor 7, B minor 7. The slash means minor. C D. Then G sus 4 3 4 G major. Then C sus 2. Okay. C sus 2 is like right there. So I'm borrowing that. Now let me play it from the verse now. Hard. I love it. G 7 sus. Check this out. Okay, so that's a playthrough of the verse. Once again, so we've got the C sus2, then C sus2 over E, or you could say it's C, that's the exact voicing. C sus2 over E here, to F sus2, to G7, it's really G7 sus4, and then C sus2 over E, then B flat, add 9, and there's a quick bum, 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 F over A, the bass. Now I'm gonna show it to you here as it's going down. Check it out. 2, 3, 4. C sus2. This is really G7 sus. I'll change it here in a second. Great change there. 3, 4. I put C add 9. C sus2. Basically the same chord. F add 9. G7 sus4. I'll change that in a second. Then F, B flat, D minor 7, A minor 7, B minor. Check this out. G over F sharp, G over F, G7 over D, A minor, G over B, C, A minor, B flat. Then it goes back to the verse. Okay, let me add those susses here. It's like, because it's really G7 sus4 sus4. Okay, so I added them here. I added it here and there. Once again, if you want to take a screenshot, I'll hold it steady. Take a screenshot and you've got the chart there. Sus2 does not have the third. I see somebody writes that in there, Chris. C add 9 has the third in it. So this chord here is really C sus2 with the third in the bass. So you could say it's C add 9 over E. It's kind of redundant. It's like C sus2 over E, which implies that it is an add 9 chord, right? Because it's got the C major. It's got the C, D with a 9, E, and G in the chord, okay? All right, so that's the song. Now, here's the weird part. The chorus is really here. I'm going to put it in here. I think the chorus happens here on the A minor 7 chord. Listen. It's very interesting. Right here, chorus. And this is really weird. Oh. Okay. Now this was a top 10 single. It was number 8 on the charts. A huge hit. But to have this, nobody does that. That just, no hit songs has. Well, the bass goes to D there. I mean, it's really G over D, but hard to. So. To find an answer. And then let's continue on with the verse because I want to get to the bridge here. Here's G7 sus right here. Oh, sorry. Right here, listen. Right here. Okay, this is amazing. Now I know my love has meaning. Whoa, whoa. And then to the bridge or the coda. I don't know what this is here, this next section, but it's amazing. I'm going to talk about the horns here in a second. S. Myers here. Listen to this now. These little horn lines like there, when he goes, so good, right? Oh, that's an amazing climbing string. Like, listen. Check it out, right here. I love that. It's amazing. So it's really just like a da, 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 da. So it's A, G over A, D over A to A. That's that thing. But the riff is an A dominant. Do, do, da, do, da, down to A7, then down to D triad. F sharp, D, A. Beautiful. When I was a kid, this thing just blew me away. I just learned that string lick right before I turned the camera on now. Right here. Love it. Weird Phil. Amazing singing. Baby, yeah. Now, check out the guitar solo. Terry Kath, right here. Right here. That solo, I have in my top 20 guitar solos of all time, which is the second biggest video on my channel. Now that the drum fills in there are insanely weird. They're great. Listen to this stuff. Everything about this is kind of like the out chorus of Hey Jude, right? This is one of these, like what would you call it? Like a shout chorus or something? I mean, it's unbelievable. Terry Kath, ridiculous. I'm not even going to play along with the solo because it is so good. I don't want to ruin it. Listen. Weird Phil. Wow. Come on. That is brilliant. Okay, so I just want to say this, right? So once again, I figured this song out right before I hit start streaming. I wrote out the chart. This chart here, okay? I never learned this song until today, but I've known the song and loved the song for 50 years. Just because you know something or you love something doesn't mean that you need to use your ear to figure it out, but you should be able to. These are the things that when I built my ear training course, it's really which is part of my bundle. I'll give you my sales pitch here again. I've got 12 days left on my New Year's Eve. I'm sorry, my Black Friday, New Year's Eve. Listen, my Black Friday bundle. There's 12 days, 6 hours, and 3 minutes and 42 seconds left in the sale. It's all 5 of my courses for $99. It's the Black Friday Beato bundle, $536 off. I don't mean to be on here doing this. Yes, I do, because I don't have any ads going on in here and everything. This is my ad for my own stuff that will help you become a better musician and to learn how to hear these things, right? The ear training part of this, which has many modules, it first teaches you the intervals, just the simple intervals, the distance from one note to the next, so that you can hear da da da, right? Da da, ba ba ba, da 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 da. Now, when I hear those intervals, I don't have perfect pitch, but from doing ear training forever, I recognize the distance, not only the distance from one note to the next, but I recognize the quality of the chords, okay? And this is what my ear training course, well, you get all this stuff, so you understand the theory of how these chord progressions work, but when I'm going A minor 7 to D minor 7, then G and then G over F sharp, these things like that, when I hear them, I instantly recognize them. So I'm recognizing the So just because you know how to do something doesn't mean that you have to do it. But what you need to be able to do is you need to be able to activate that part of your brain when you really are, when you want to learn something. So it's like, what song do I want to teach and talk about today? And I thought, I've been searching because it's the first song when I was 12 years old. It's one of the first songs, like the couple songs that really just struck me when I was a kid. Angie Stones, I've been searching. I just love these beautiful ballads that had tons of chords in them and unexpected twists and turns like that. And I, with the suspensions and all that kind of stuff. I mean, I never heard these kind of things. Like, people didn't really use sus2 chords like that in this way, and that sus2. This was kind of like a precursor for the 80s Chicago song that had all those inverted chords and things like that David Foster did. But those guys were doing these things on their own first. It's, and I don't know, it just struck my ear when I heard these things. When I heard the sus chords and Angie, right? Right here. All those sus chords. Here's one, there's one there. When I heard this, I was like, wow, what is that? And to get to sit next to David Gilmour and talk about this stuff. When I'm sitting 1 foot from David Gilmour, and I said, hey, I want to talk about Shine On, the Shine On chord. Let's do this little short. And all of a sudden his fingers, he's got massive fingers, and his fingers are on this Martin guitar. And when he went up to that thing, in my head, it played the chord. And then all of a sudden he didn't have a pick. He just went, he had his finger, he just, and I was thinking, like, that's the guy that wrote that thing, right? So it was, and he was laughing, and it was just so fun to be able to talk to someone like that. That I am a massive admirer of. And like I said with this Terry Kath, I have this guitar solo to Ivan Serchin is in my top 20 guitar solos of all time. It's such a small solo, but it's so good. And then of course I have the Comfortably Numb solo as my number 1 solo. But I have Brian May in there, and Steve Lukather, and Neil Schon, and Eddie Van Halen, and Jimi Hendrix, and I have all these amazing guitar solos. They all happened in the 60s and 70s. It's ridiculous, right? But when I go back and listen to this stuff, and I hear I didn't even think about that until right now. And this, another cool thing about the intro, I did want to just kind of go back to that, is that the song starts in C, but in the first chord, we have this F sharp. And that F sharp is not in the key of C, right? Because it's really going one with a third in the bass to the 4 chord to the 5 chord. Okay, but right in the beginning of the song, we have this. And then it's going to that. Doesn't that sound weird to anyone? I mean, listen to it. It sounds normal to me, but right, hearing this. Yeah, but the song is there. Da. Oh, and then da. So they're going da, da. And they play that C sharp, the minor third. I'm sorry, the second on the B flat chord, right? It just is beautiful. So you got that note C sharp in there. Da, da. I put B minor 13, should be B minor 9 here at the beginning. I'm going to change that here. Right here. That's kind of a mess. B minor 9 right there. Sorry. Let me just kind of cross it out. Just go B minor 9. B minus. Like it's B minor add 9. But that note C sharp is in that chord. So you've got the notes F sharp and C sharp in the intro, and then the song goes into C major. Just listen again. Listen. Right? Then. Right? Beautiful. beautiful. B minor 7, C. Once again, that da 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 is a keyboard lick. That's a normal lick on keyboard. Doesn't necessarily lay well on the guitar, although the chords are easy to play on the guitar. That sus too. So these are the kind of things that you should really, honestly, if you practice your ear training, you should be able to figure these things out without an instrument. You should just be able to, if you know what the beginning chord is, you should be able to sound out all the rest of the chords in your mind or by ear as they're going. The one thing I needed to do here at the beginning, I never even thought about this. It's like it starts out in 4, then there's 2/4 bar, 4/4 bar, 2/4 bar, and then it goes back to 4/4 there. Never thought about it. Never entered my mind. I've heard the song a million times. Never occurred to me because I never counted it. I didn't care. I just listened to the song. But when I needed to figure it out to tell you guys about it, I was able to. And that is really the, that's where you want to get to. You know, that's the thing. All the other things that I have in my bundle that I'm selling here, all my 5 courses there, that have things like when you talk about arpeggios, right? My arpeggio course. What is this? That's an A7 arpeggio. That's a D major arpeggio. This is why these things are important. All these things are related. The arpeggios, because I've practiced these arpeggios. When I hear an arpeggio, I know that's what it is. It's like, oh, that's a dominant arpeggio. Bomb, root, 3rd, 5th, flat 7. Then I'm going to the 3rd of D, 3rd root, 5th of a D chord. Right? So that is the, that's the whole thing, how all these things are interconnected. So you have to learn the things like how the chords go together. That's the music theory. How to recognize what you're hearing. That's ear training. How to play these different arpeggios, right? And how to recognize them by practicing them on your instrument. So it's all these things that fit together that as you learn each individual piece, it, developing your dictionary, your mental dictionary of recognizable chords. When I hear that G major, I can recognize those sounds as soon as I hear them. And that's what you'll be able to do by taking these courses. I have all these modules in my ear training course, hundreds of modules that go over chord progressions, that go over intervals, that go over recognizing melodies and things like that. So it's so that you can hear a string line, right, and go. When I hear that, I know that it's a major scale. Da 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 da. Ba 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 da 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 da. I can play that because I recognize all the intervals as they're going. I'm like, oh, okay, I know that. I know what that is. Okay. You guys are amazing. Like I said, screenshot the thing there. Scratch out that B minor 13, put B flat minor, add 9. It's like B flat minor 7 with a 9. It's B flat minor 9, basically, is what it is. You guys are incredible. Look for the Gilmore interview probably on Tuesday or so, something like that. So as soon as I get it done, I'll put it out. All right. You guys are amazing. Great rest of your weekend here. Take care.